we are going to talk all things university.
Yeah, there's a lot of drama at uni. Did you ever have an existential crisis?
Yes.
Every day.
So I'm here with Charlotte today.
Hello.
And we've ordered ourselves Nando's. So excited. And today we are going to talk all things university because I graduated university last year and Charlotte is, you've just finished second year,
Just
haven't you?
finished second year yesterday.
Oh, third year is looming.
Oh god, don't.
I asked you guys for some questions on Instagram and we're also filming a video on Charlotte's channel, so I'll leave Charlotte's channel down below. Let's just eat and talk shit. Yay! Did you struggle with fake friends? I feel like fake, I'm not sure. Drama, yeah. It's a lot to deal with, especially in first year. I feel like first year.
Yeah, first year's usually the worst. I had actually a few bad experiences this year with bitchiness. But nothing that's like fake friends, because I've not been friends with them for them to be fake, you know? It's just like people talking and...
Yeah, there's a lot of drama at uni.
I think a lot of it has actually come from having a YouTube channel as well.
Really?
Like, for me, yeah. I've got like quite a lot of like bitchiness and just weird interactions because of it. But
they're jealous because you're being a boss bitch. I had similar things with like my channel and people just being mean about it.
Yeah. I don't really care anymore though, like now I've grown out like of school and stuff, I'm just like, or whatever.
As long as you're happy doing what you're doing then it's their problem, isn't it? How to try and overcome feeling homesick at uni. See, I didn't really have this problem because I don't live too far away from home and I used to go home every weekend, but you live quite far away, don't you?
I live about an hour and 45 minutes from uni. Which I guess isn't really the worst, to be honest, because like my brother's going to uni this year and he's moving like 4 hours away. I don't know, I didn't really get homesick. I think I was just ready to become a bit more independent. Like I think it's a good stage in life. Like I get why people are homesick. Like I've had friends who are really homesick at uni. But for me, I think it was like a nice like step up, like going to uni and just getting that independence. So I don't really have the best advice for it.
I think the best thing is FaceTime.
Yeah, literally.
FaceTime is literally your best friend. So I'd like ring my mum on the walk home from uni and just update her on my day, and then I'd be like, if I went to Primark, I'd do a Primark call, I'd do the whole for my mum on FaceTime. Like I was always on FaceTime to my mum.
I think I do love my mum and I miss my mum, but I think she misses me a lot more because she probably sees like a space in home that's just not there. Whereas I'm so like in the uni bubble that I sometimes forget like, oh wait, I also live another life at home.
Literally. And
I'd say to actually like conquer the homesickness, not to go home as much as you probably want to.
Yeah, so you get used to it then.
Yeah, if you want to try and get used to it. But if you can access like going home quite easily, then it's good. But it would just be super expensive for me, like constantly getting trains and whatever. So I'm kind of glad I powered through and I'm a lot more independent now.
This food is good.
It is so good.
I feel like I need to chop my chicken up into bite-sized chunks so we can just go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. We're incapable. We've literally ordered the same thing as well.
Yeah.
You're both of them in spice though.
Yeah. Sometimes go hot as well if I'm feeling a bit
out
there. Yeah, I quite like a bit of spice. I think it's because I eat really fast and I know that hot will slow me down.
I love that. Right, next question. We've now chopped up our chicken into bite-sized chunks because we are full. Oh, this one's a good one for you. Tips on how to cope in a long-distance relationship.
Ooh. I mean, I know it could be much worse. Like I could be living like in a different country to my boyfriend, and that's what I try and tell myself. Like if I really wanted to go see him, I could just jump on a train. But it is expensive when you're at uni. Like it literally sometimes costs me £50 even with a rail card to get to London, depending on what day it is or what time. But sometimes I find a good deal every now and then. But like it's expensive. That's the reason I struggle a little bit more. Otherwise I'd go and see him a lot more. But I think it's actually better. Like for me, I think it's been better being in a long distance relationship because we've been together for almost 6 years now. We were like really attached to each other at school, and it's been nice to have that bit of separation because then we've got that like, oh, like
you can be excited to see each other.
Yeah, and I think it's made me again more independent because I had a really shit time at school and I was really reliant on my boyfriend for my happiness. So I think like coming to uni has been like really good. So I think if you try and see it in a positive light that you're in a long distance relationship, then it's always a lot better. But advice, I think, again, FaceTime's great, similar to the homesickness thing.
Some of the spice
planning.
Oh god. I'm trying not to joke. I'm a mess. Continue.
What was I going to say? Oh yeah, and planning. That's like my top tip. Like, it sounds so simple, but if I know the next time I'm going to see my boyfriend is in 3 weeks, at least I know I've got that to look forward to. So that's planning is my top tip.
Is university as cliquey as sixth form? For me, I'd say yes. My course was quite big, but there was a lot of different things going on and drama happening within each group, and I just can't be bothered. I can't be arsed with drama.
For me, similar. Like, my course isn't that bad, like, because it's relatively small, there's about 60 of us. It's everyone sort of knows each other, like, even if we're not all friends, it's not actually that bad. It's more like societies and stuff that can be a bit cliquey, just because people have like had friendship groups from like years above you, and then it's just a bit like makes you feel a little bit isolated. But I think you can get out of it as long as you're not bothered by like being in the popular group and stuff, and like do you know what I mean? It's, as long as you just get on with it and have like your own group of friends, like it shouldn't be too much of an issue.
I think that's what I did. I just stayed in my own little world and knew who my friends were, and I'm happy with that. I didn't know the drama going on. My mate did, and I'm just like, I don't really care.
Oh, someone said, what societies did you join?
I didn't join any, and I feel like I should have, because I probably would have made more friends, but realistically I did not have the time in first year, and then
I didn't.
By the time I got to second year, I thought it was too late. So then I didn't want to join.
I didn't in first year. There was too much going on. I felt really overwhelmed by the whole thing. I wish I did join sooner, because then I feel like I wouldn't have felt so like isolated and stuff. But yeah, I joined musical theatre in second year, and also the Peace of Mind Society, which is like mental health related.
I didn't exist when I was here.
It's really
By the
nice,
way, we went like we're at the same uni. I'm finished and Charlotte's halfway through. So as if that didn't exist when I was here. That's annoying.
It's really nice. They just do really casual things every month. Like, we did like pumpkin carving, eating sweets, and just like chatting. So it's like just really chilled things that you don't have to go to it every day. Like with musical theatre, like I did love it because it's like my sort of thing, but we'd be there 4 or 5 times a week, like rehearsing, and it would be like 6 p.m.
Nice down.
It was like 6 till 10 p.m. every like evening, or like 4 evenings at least a week. So it was very intense, and I thought I can't keep this up because I've got to do my uni work.
So that's cool. I wish they had that society when I was here. The only one I remember being vaguely interested in was the Harry Potter Society.
What do they do? Do you know?
I don't know. I just walked around the Freshers' Fair. Definitely go to Freshers' Fair. Like, even if you are hanging out of your arse, go to Freshers' Fair. Because I got free pizza for one.
They don't do that anymore.
Do they not? I literally...
Like, they did in first year,
You get those vouchers, don't you? But we literally got handed a piece of Domino's pizza.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I had that in first year. I'm sure they didn't do it.
How upsetting.
I know.
I literally thought I was going to pass out on Freshers' Fair because I was that drunk the night before, and I was stood, and it was so busy, and I was just getting hotter and hotter. And I knew someone stood on the stage, and he could see me just being like, am I going to be sick or what? It was a moment, but yeah, definitely go Freshers' Fair. One interesting thing you wish you were told before going to uni. Mine's going to be something really stupid, but remember to take the bins out. Because it's disgusting when you forget. Honestly, there were so many arguments around the bins at uni. I feel like it's more relaxed than you think it's going to be. Like, it's a lot different to school and sixth form. I suppose if you went to college it's a bit different, but I went to sixth form, so I was used to calling everyone like Mr. and Mrs. whoever. And now, like, you call them by the names. Like, if you get a good tutor, they'll generally treat you like an equal, which is quite nice. And then, because you feel like more of an adult, I think.
I really don't know. I feel like I quite liked experience it for myself. I don't know. I can't think of anything that I'm like, oh my god, I wish I knew that.
Take the bins out.
Take the bins out.
Someone would like recommendations, things in Lincoln. I feel like you'll be better at this because you actually get out of the house. Whereas I didn't. Nightlife, coffee shops, and vintage shops. So I basically went to the student night at the uni, which is Quack, on a Wednesday. or beer keller. That was my...
Beer keller's the best.
Yeah, I love beer keller. And apparently some of the beer kellers across the country aren't that good, but Lincoln's is so good.
So good. Phil Mitchell a couple of weeks ago.
What?
For some reason he was a beer keller. I don't know why.
Phil Mitchell, I was not expecting that. Just met Phil Mitchell.
Yeah, they just have like weird things going on there, but it's such a fun night. It's different to any other place you ever go to, really. Coffee shops. I really like the Rising Cafe. Have you ever been there?
No, I always meant to go and I've been told how nice it was.
It's like, I think 100% of the funds go to charity, I believe. Like I think, or a very high percentage if not, and the food is so good, like it has really nice drinks. It's more like brunch as well as like a coffee shop. And Base Camp, which is currently being renovated. Have you ever been to Base Camp?
Literally never. See, I lived in Lincoln for 3 years and I didn't get out of the house.
Yeah, it's like literally on the steep hill bit. It's like a coffee shop right on the steep hill.
Oh, there's a little tea room on Steep Hill that I really like. I'll insert the names.
Bunty's.
Yes, Bunty's tea
Love
room. That's really cute. Madam Waffle.
Oh, I've only been there for a milkshake.
Oh, you need to go. I have the Oreo waffle.
Oh,
so good. I think that's all I did.
Yeah, I mean, there's a new coffee shop called 200 Degrees that I love, but it's a sort of like a mini chain. Like there's one in Nottingham, like one in Leicester. But that's really nice. And they have really good coffee, and I'm going to an event actually tomorrow.
Nice. See, I don't drink coffee, so I go to coffee shops and order juice.
That used to be me. I literally only got into it this year.
Uni drove you to it.
I sort of like forced myself to drink it, and then I just love the flavour now, which is so weird because my whole life I've like gagged it.
I hate the smell. I'm like, ugh.
Did you ever have an existential crisis? Like, why am I doing this? What am I doing with my life?
Yes.
Every day.
Literally.
Every day.
Like, especially when you come home from a lecture and you're just like, what the fuck is going on? I remember the worst lecture is the first lecture of the year when they tell you everything you've got to do. I hated those lectures. And like they list out like all your modules and like for that whole week, every module you went to, you get another bit of work to do and you're like, oh my god, why am I doing this to myself? Existential crisis is very common at uni, for sure.
It's always pending. Always pending.
Yeah, it's never completely gone, it's just kind of simmering.
It's fine, it's sort of temporary. You'll get over it and then you'll be like, it's fine.
Yeah, when you get to like my stage, when you finish, you forget all about it, it's fine. Any advice about life after uni for a soon-to-be graduate? So, don't be too worried if you've not got anything lined up, basically, because there's going to be a bunch of people on your course that are like, oh yeah, I've got placement here, I'm going travelling here, I'm doing this, this and this. And I was the person who was going home and seeing what was happening, like I didn't really have a plan. And that's fine. Some of my friends are still just working like in a cafe or whatever, they've not necessarily found something to do with a degree yet, but they're looking. Some of my friends are doing stuff for their degree. Is the postman watching this film? Hi.
Hello.
But yeah, don't be too worried if you've not got anything lined up, because I graduated, well I left uni in April last year, so it's been pretty much a year, and I still feel like I don't really know what I'm doing, I'm just winging it, but every single adult is winging it.
Yeah.
You just think when you're younger that people have their shit together and no one does, no one knows what's going on.
Everyone has a different path as well, like, don't panic. Like, I know I'm going to be the one who's panicking this time next year, but I'm just going to take my advice from this video.
Yeah, watch it back. Like, even the people who had plans on my course, I saw someone post on LinkedIn actually, like they had all this lined up and they were going to do this internship and then this internship, blah, blah, blah. She posted on LinkedIn. It didn't work out how she planned, but it's even better than she thought. So she was quite happy with that, and it was like completely opposite of what she thought she was going to do, and it just kind of worked out. My favourite quote, everything happens for a reason.
I was actually going to say that, it's like cheesy, but it's like...
So true.
I just agree.
I've finished uni, and I have my next step sorted. Is the postman watching us?
Yeah, he just like walked past.
Do you want to join in, mate?
It was like when...
Filming with my postman. Oh my god, it's a new video. We might start a new trend.
Letting the postman decide what I eat for 24 hours.
Excuse me, mate, what's on Mando? Advice for going into third year.
Help.
Charlotte needs this advice. If you have any advice, let us know in the comments. Plan, for sure. Like, as soon as you go into that first lesson that's awful, it tells you how much work you've got to do. Literally, get yourself a calendar, write it all down, so you know when everything needs to be done. I feel like at this point you should probably already be doing that, but definitely do that. Definitely go out and make time for yourself, because third year for me was the best year in terms of like social stuff, because everyone knew it was their last year. I'd kind of settled with my friendships, my house was the best house I've had, so
that's nice.
that was really fun. Don't forget that it's not just that, like, third year is obviously like the big year, you're writing your dissertation, blah blah blah, but second year also counts as well. So even if you've probably got a better grade than you think you have because of how they work it out, so just give yourself a bit of a break, but still try best as you can. Ask your tutor for all the help that they can give. If they're doing any extra tutorials or whatever, go to them. But yeah, like, I was hoping for a first and I got one, and if I can do it, you can do it. But it's not the end of the world if you don't get one, because to be honest, no one ever asks you.
It's just like, you've got a degree.
Yeah, no one ever asks you what grade you've got. Like, I've got a degree in media production, and my friend who's got a 2-2 also has a degree in media production. I just happen to like saying, I have a first. I just shout about it a little bit more. But
yeah, I would definitely do that.
Yeah, so don't worry about it. You can do it. Personally, I didn't have exams, so if you did and you're watching this, comment down below, let us know. Yeah, it's just the same, but I think it's not any more difficult, it's just that you know that it's the final year. Yeah. You make it more difficult in your head, if that makes sense.
My course leader's been really chill. She's like, don't worry about it until you come back in September. Like, kind of made me a little bit more chilled about it, rather than panicking over summer.
Yeah, you can't do anything about it, like everything happens for a reason. Yeah. Ooh, which year, well, you only have 2 to choose from, but which year was your favourite year of uni and why? I've just said, but mine was definitely third year. Second. I feel like the further along you go, it gets better because you get more comfortable in your surroundings, you like know the area, you understand the tutors, they understand you.
I feel like you prefer, well, I know a lot of people, I don't know if it's the same for you, but a lot of people prefer their course in third year because it's more specific to them.
Yeah. Yeah, because my first year course was like an array of everything that my topic covers, so you're not necessarily doing something that you like, whereas in second and third year they narrow it down and you choose the modules you want. So yeah, that's really good. So like, the course is good, your house hopefully is nice by then, because I got lucky. Well, I finally got a house I liked in third year.
With nice people.
With nice people. So yeah, third year was really, really good. And that's why I think it's important that you don't just spend your life locked in your room doing work, like you do socialise, because that's the last year. And I do look back on my Snapchat memories like, oh, look when we were in the house this time last year, and it's all popping up again, and I'm like, I miss it, because we can't just go downstairs and say hi to each other anymore. How to save money and budget properly. Literally. See, mine was different every year. So first year I was in really expensive accommodation, so every time my loan came in I was in minus numbers, so I worked every weekend to pay for it, and my parents, I paid for like my social life and petrol and travelling and whatever. My parents paid for my food.
That's amazing.
And that's what we had to do. Basically I came home every Monday with like 3 big bags of food shopping. It was so good. Second year I got about £40 a week. I think the thing you need to do is look at how much loan you're going to get, and grants or whatever if you get them. Look at how much your rent is, work out how much you're going to have left, and then divide it by how many weeks you've got, so you know how much you have per week. Something that I always advise people but never actually did myself was to take cash out at the beginning of the week.
Yeah, I always think that's a good idea, and then I just
I never did it. But I feel like if you're really bad at just going like that with your card and buying whatever you want, then take the cash out at the beginning, and because you can physically see it go down, you know, once you get to the end of that last £5 note, you're done.
Oh god, yeah, budgeting for me is just not the one, really.
You're not the person to ask for advice for.
No, I can actually give good advice, but I just don't take that myself, do you know what I mean? Like, I completely agree. I think taking money out at the beginning of a week or a month, like cash, is so much better, because then you can actually monitor what you're spending and then be like, shit, I'm spending way too much on clothes, or which is probably my biggest thing. But then I'm like, other students are like spending so much money on alcohol, and I don't go out that much, so I'm like, let me spend my money on clothes and leave me alone.
Literally. I feel like whilst you've got it, make the most of it.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want to be getting your loan and saving it. Like, you want to use it, because when that first time the loan doesn't come in again, you're like, oh.
Oh god.
Oh, okay. But yeah, be frugal. Like Lidl and Aldi, amazing. Best shops ever.
Even just like Tesco value, like Morrison's value stuff.
Or like go at the end of the day when they've got the reduce section on. You learn to live on like the means you have, don't you?
Yeah, and I have some of the weirdest meals. Like, I feel like you just put everything that's gonna run out of date.
Oh yeah, whatever's left.
Yeah, just into
a weird on my foot.
Oh yeah, I always find I make the weirdest meals because of budgeting.
Is there anything you wish you had done differently in uni? The biggest one for me is probably join a society. But then again, I understand why 19-year-old Alice didn't join a society, so I'm not angry at myself for it. But I think if I went to uni now, at this age, now I'm a bit more mature and brave,
yeah,
I would join a society.
Yeah,
I wish I'd done that, and then I'd have more friends. Story of my life.
And then I'd have more
the violin is out.
I'd probably have gone out more in first year, just when I had like, because I would just took it really like seriously and was just like constantly revising, and I just didn't really need to be like that.
Yeah.
I just sort of overworked myself in first year when I should have probably enjoyed it a bit more. Not that I had to go out to enjoy it more, if you know what I mean.
Just
like,
to get to know people,
yeah, just to meet new people, and I always end up having really good fun on a night out, even if I can't be asked at the time. Like when I'm getting ready, I'm like, oh, I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's always good once you get out. Yeah, that's another one for me, to be honest. I took first year very seriously. But yeah, I would have liked to have gone out a bit more and had a bit more of a life.
It's part of the video is just...
Okay, let me just finish doing this piece of chicken. Okay, right. I think we're going to leave that there because we've been talking for a long old time. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully you took something from it if you are in or about to go to uni. Don't forget to check out Charlotte's video. I'll leave it linked in the description. And yeah, I'll see you soon for another one. Bye!